Hey Weight Loss Rebels, how's it going? Physique coach Scott Tousignant here with a killer back workout that is going to challenge your back muscles in a variety of ways. It's a ton of fun. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get at her.
We're going to begin the workout by performing some chest-supported T-bar rows. We are going to hold that contracted state for 5 seconds. Really use this as an opportunity to enhance that mind-muscle connection. So once you drive those elbows back, I want you to have a slight arch in that lower back. So chest is up, really contracting those lats. And while you're holding it, kind of get playful with it. See if you can steer the tension to certain areas of your back, mainly trying to focus on that mid-back area. Try to keep those shoulders down. You don't want to be driving those elbows back and feeling your traps all tense up. I want you to feel it mid-back and possibly even lower back if you can drive those elbows downward towards your hips as you're driving the elbows up as well. So it's just a great opportunity, like I said, to enhance that mind-muscle connection. It's a great pump to start the workout off as well. And this mind-muscle connection is going to carry over to the other exercises that we do throughout this back workout. So we're aiming for 8 to 10 reps. Each rep you're holding for that 5 seconds. You're going to rest for 90 seconds and repeat this 2 more times for a total of 3 sets. I guarantee it's going to be a good little burn there at the end. So that's a much lighter weight than what I typically use for the chest supported T-bar rows. Then we're going to move on to the barbell row, and we're going to do 8 sets of 8 here. So again, this is lighter than what I would typically do for a barbell row. You're looking at about 60% of what you would normally lift for 8 reps. So it's going to feel easy this first set, but we're only resting for 15 seconds between sets. I'm looking back at the clock there, trying to make sure I stick to the same rest period all the way through. So the first few sets aren't going to be so bad. It's the weight's nice and light, so again, it's a great opportunity to kind of master your form, enhance that mind-muscle connection. So I'm kind of checking myself out in the mirror here, making sure that my elbows are and shoulders are even. Sometimes I have a tendency the one shoulder wants to creep up and the one elbow wants to flare out a little bit. So I'm just keeping a little eye on myself to make sure that my form is good. So again, this first few sets, nice and easy. Work on that form. Don't rush through the movement itself. But you should already have a pretty good mind-muscle connection from that first exercise, the chest supported T-bar row, and it's really going to carry over here. So keeping a nice flat back, knees are slightly bent, keeping those elbows in fairly close to my body, just a little bit of a gap there. And again, I'm really focused on kind of driving back towards my hips and upwards. It keeps my shoulders down, keeps the tension kind of mid-lat area. Again, it's very easy to naturally, your body wants to follow that path of least resistance there, and use supporting muscles, really get those traps involved. So just be aware of where your elbows are, and make sure that you're not flexing those traps too much. That really keep all the tension on your lats. So after 3 sets, the burn should start to kick in a bit, should get a little bit more challenging. First 3 sets are not that bad. 4th set, things start to kick in. 5th set, it's going to get tougher. 6th set should be a challenge. 7th and 8th set, it should be challenging to get that 8th rep. You still should get that 8th rep with good form, but you really shouldn't have much left in the tank. It's kind of the goal of 8 sets of 8 is to select a weight that will allow you to keep that same rest period. What we're aiming for here is 15 seconds. You can do longer rest periods if you want. I like to keep this a time-efficient workout. I love the pump that I get from the short rest periods. It's very cardiovascular in nature as well. You're going to be sucking a bit of wind. Your heart's going to be pounding, and just definitely getting a great pump in those lats. So again, selecting a weight that allows you to maintain that rest period, maintain good form all the way through. It's going to start off easy, but you want to be able to make it to that 8th rep of the 8th set, but be spent at that point. Like, that's it. You get to the 8th rep and you really don't have much left, but you want to be able to get there. If you can only get get to the 8th set and you can only squeeze out like 5 or 6 reps, the weight's probably a little bit challenging for you. So the first time you do this, it's going to take a little bit of maybe a little trial and error. You may luck out and pick the right weight right off the bat. But again, aim for like 60% of what you would normally lift for 8 repetitions. Getting to the last set here, big pump, the burn is kicking in. One of my favorite styles of training that I like to throw in every few months. Again, easy on the joints, great for just focusing on the muscle tension instead of like tendons and ligaments. Just a great focused pumps. There, I barely got that 8th rep. That was perfect weight selection for myself. Then we're gonna move on to some chin-ups. We're gonna do rest pause fashion here. We're aiming for 6 to 8 reps, and then you're gonna drop down, take a few deep breaths, and get as many more reps as you can afterwards. So chin-ups are palms facing you. If you have to use an assisted chin-up machine, go for it. You can also wrap a towel around the bar, or I'll take, like, this is like a Smith machine type setup here. Bring the bar lower and allow your legs to help you on the way up. That's something I'll have to demonstrate in another video. But there we go. So try to get as many reps as you can on that second set there. Now you're going to rest for 90 seconds and repeat that thing 2 more times. So the rest pause set 2 more times, like a total of 6 sets. Then we're moving on to some wide grip pull downs. We are doing drop sets here. We're aiming for 6 to 10 reps each set. So you select a weight that you can do 6 to 10 reps. You're going to reduce the weight and immediately go at her again here. So reducing the weight that will allow you to do 6 to 10 reps once again with good controlled form. The second set is tough. The burn kicks in immediately, even though the weight is light. So you've basically used up the muscle fibers that you typically would use for 6 to 10 reps that first set. Now, when you're reducing the weight and going right back at it with no rest, your body is kind of forced to dig into those untapped muscle fibers that would often get neglected if you're not doing this kind of short rest drop set here. So a lot of fun, reducing the weight again, aiming for 6 to 10 reps. Again, just a killer pump, just a great way to maximize the recruitment of the muscle fibers in your back. So really focus on driving those elbows down to my side. So I'm trying to relax my biceps here. Really trying to create all the force going through my elbows, driving them down. And as with every back exercise, I like to have a little arch in the lower back and chest up. You want to have that chest up, puffing that chest up as you're driving those elbows down and keeping those shoulders back. Oftentimes I see people allowing their shoulders to round forward. You're going to take the tension off the lats there. It's going to be on the front of the shoulders. So this is the 4 drop sets here. That will end the workout. I hope you enjoy it. Would love to hear your feedback.